Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this week's update and patch notes. Finally, I know it's been a while since I did one of these, apart from the video I did a little bit ago for all the updates that I'd missed during my little break that I took. So yeah, glad to be back making these. The reason this one's been a bit longer away than usual from my previous videos because there hasn't really been a whole lot of updates going on, or at all really, because of the login issues that have been happening still. So they've sort of stopped doing updates while they work on that, which makes sense. And the reason they have an update today is because they had a seasonal event scheduled to begin today, and they wanted to do that still. So that has started. And as a result, they did do an update to bring it into the game, and also introduced quite a few nice patches from Mod Pi's work that he did over in the Christmas time. We learned about a lot of cool patches he was working on bringing in that were going to be nice and convenient for a lot of different things. So I'm looking forward to going over those as well. So yeah, let's get into it here. The very first thing at the top of the update post is, of course, talking about the login lockout. And I haven't really been following the development of this too closely, mostly because I'm not actually affected by it. But they have really been communicating quite a bit as far as I can tell. And they did like a beta that people were able to log into and see if their account was as they expected it to be, I guess. So apparently they were mostly all set, but there were some people that still had issues. So yeah, they're going to be going through that process to restore accounts now that they are able to confirm that a lot of them are really fixed from whatever issue they had. And they say that they'll be able to start restoring access as early as next week. So yeah, still a whole week apparently of this going on, but hopefully they get it sorted soon. And then we'll hopefully have that new boss release, the Rex Matriarchs coming out, which will be fun to do. Apparently, according to the notes here, the people who had this issue affected are going to have your bank all disorganized and jumbled, and that just sucks. Like, you're gonna have to reorganize your whole bank. That'd just be a pain in the ass. Like, I have my bank decently organized, I would say. Like, I have all my gear here in the main tab at the top. Still missing some acto pieces, which is why I have those placeholders there. But jewelry, gear, and then like the weapons go down with all the other gear. So like this is all my mage gear, and then weapons. And then this is still more mage stuff. And then I have melee gear, weapons, melee, and then range is these two columns. And of course, I barely have any range gear, so that one's not very full at all. And then the rest of this stuff in the tab, pretty much from like here down, is just random crap that I have. So not super organized in this tab. Suddenly this has turned into a bank video, but I got drops in here, food and potions. But it's like tabs like this, like having to rebuild this would just be so annoying and tedious. But other than that, I mean, my bank's not super interesting to look at. They got the Stroop waffles on deck from the party thing that they had in the crater. And that's one thing that's interesting about this event that started, jumping on, nice little segue right there into the event, which is called the Spring Festival. And I am going to Lumbridge just to check something, but this event is actually not in the Lumbridge crater for once. They've actually not done they've moved an event out of the Lumbridge crater. And yeah, I just wanted to see if all the decorations were still up for the anniversary party, and they are. So I guess this is going to be here all year. I'm not 100% sure if they've said that or not, but this is still here, so I guess that's probably why they did it in a different location. I'm not sure if they're going to try and move away from having everything in the Lumbridge crater, which I think they should. It'd be nice to have some diversity in the event locations, but this one is apparently a little bit of lag there. Yeah, just here south of the Archaeology Guild. So wow, that thing is funny looking. I'm not gonna lie. The Tree of Balance. Nice little circle on its head there. But yeah, basically there's a little event area here. It's actually smaller than I would expect it to be, but they have the normal skilling stations that you can do. You see people walking around this freaking stone. You can walk around that, get can award. What do you mean it can? You'll not toggle. Yeah, can you not just pick? Yeah. Like if you click prayer, then you'll gain prayer, obviously. But weird how they let you pick which way you go. I don't know what this is at the bottom that's cut off here. But yeah, it's just like, the beach and all those other events where you do some weird random stuff like walk around a circle, carve butterflies. So that one's prayer and agility. Over there is potion brewing, which is herblore or cooking XP. So most people probably want to do that for herblore XP. And then you have icon carving here for fletching or crafting. And those are the only 3 things that you can do here. However, there's also Gothixian butterflies around the world now, both green and yellow. Green ones giving you direct XP and yellow giving you bonus XP. And apparently the more Gothixian butterflies that are caught collectively by everybody, the better the rewards will be. I'm not sure if there's... Oh yeah, they have obviously a currency type. Does the Tree of Balance talk to me? Oh, it does. I mean, it has a face. How are you going to say it's just a tree? All right, I'm not really interested in talking to him, but yeah, the event here you have. Wow, that's a lot of things. So these are the things that we'll get by catching Gothixian butterflies. I guess this is how many you need to catch. 10 million Gothixian butterflies to get all the rewards. So we've so far as a community caught 526K in just today. So it seems like we'll. Well, it depends actually. See, we might not even reach the end if we don't step it up. But yeah, there's area XP buffs, I guess, here at this event area where there's a bank chest. And then we get some tokens, additional catches on the butterflies per day, XP buff, tokens, XP buff, more butterflies, XP buff, tokens, XP buff. So not that interesting really. So what can you get with the tokens? I don't know who you have to talk to. There's nobody that's like right-click rewards that I can see. Maybe the tree if you talk to it with the right option. Oh no, maybe it must be over here. Yeah, here it is. Therisk Semphir. Who knows where they come up with these names. But yeah, with your tokens, you can buy a title and then 2 different outfits, a butterfly and Crux Ikal outfit, and then XP lamps and Yak Track task skippers if you have extra tokens left over and want to buy those. So yeah, I mean, honestly, not a whole lot to say about this event. It's another one of your standard ones. As far as I can tell, there's not a whole lot unique or different about it in general. So yeah, the only thing I will say about it is I like how it's out of the Lumbridge crater. It's a little cool to see something else in the game, somewhere else in the game world, having a little bit of a highlight to where they can have an event. And it blends in pretty nicely here, I would say. The stones and the tree, it all looks rather in theme for this area. Of course, then you have the desert literally right over there, so I'm not sure if that's how things would look in the real world. But yeah, that is the main thing for this week, the update and the event happening. But the real main thing, in my opinion, is all this stuff here in the patch notes. So first of all, a big QOL change to area loot. Now let me go ahead and try and demonstrate this. Let me put these in my currency pouch. I haven't actually tried this, so I'm going to be interested to see how it works out. So I'm going to go down here, and here on like the face, I'm going to drop a couple sailfish. And then over here, I'm going to drop 2 more sailfish. So yeah, I have area loot on, I think, right? Yeah, so you can see over here, I don't know why it's over there. That's not where I usually have it, but I'll just put it here for demonstrative. So I have 2 sailfish up in my inventory, and now I can walk. It doesn't close the interface, and I think it takes a little bit to update. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so there you go. After a little bit, it updated, and now these 4 sailfish that I dropped before are in there, and I can pick those up. And now, see, it's still open. I walk over here, the 2 sailfish show up again, and I can pick them up. It's amazingly, like, so much more convenient and nice that happens. And you can also have auto retaliate on while you are while you're using it. So yeah, area loot just became 1,000 times better than it already was. I mean, it was nice to have on anyways as it was, but there were those small little things that made it a little bit more annoying to use. But now you can walk around, auto retaliate, and it'll update automatically. And it also will automatically close if you have moved more than 10 tiles away and it hasn't updated at all. Like there's been no additional drops. So very, very nice change there. Really, really like that one a lot. Really great for Slayer, and yeah, mainly that. But I mean, pretty much anything you do that gives drops will be beneficial to have that. There's also a new unlock here at War's Retreat, and here it is. Costs 500 boss kills, so something slotted in between the altar and the adrenaline crystal. You can unlock this, and basically the altar of war. Oh, we got an achievement for unlocking that. But basically here at the altar of war, it will reset your ability cooldowns, and this can be nice. This will be nice to have for a few things. I don't know. Like what's this? Okay, I guess I can. Wait, do I even have air runes? Yeah. You know, like say you're doing something. I don't know what you'd be doing that would actually require this, but it'll definitely be nice to have. Oh, I have the persistent rage relic on, I think. But you can just, you know, you say you use your sunshine at the beginning of something, and then you have to, you know, start it over. So I'm gonna just sunshine here, and then if I come over here and use the altar, oh, it doesn't refresh the cooldowns, maybe because the sunshine's still up. I think they did say something about that. No, they didn't. So let's see what, maybe I'll wait till the sunshine goes off. I'm trying to toggle my prayers off to see if that changes anything, but I'll wait for the sunshine to wear off and see what happens following that. But it's basically supposed to reset your ability cooldowns. I think the main one that this will help with is the Excalibur. I think that previously was not reset by the crystal or anything. So let's see, will it reset now? All right, I'm not exactly sure why that isn't working, because it says at the altar, it's not at the adrenaline crystals. I don't know honestly what I'm doing wrong. It should be resetting the cooldown, I would assume, but we can try the Excalibur version. Let's see, because that puts your rejuvenate on cooldown, of course. I don't know if it will clear the Excalibur cooldown though, either way. The altar radiates a calming energy. Oh, I examined that. Yeah, so that, I don't know, that doesn't seem to be working for me. I'm not sure why. I'll try logging out maybe, but that'll be nice if it does work, especially for Excalibur, I would say. It also says here that they've improved Revolution with this to fire off abilities more consistently after a channeled ability. Previously, it would really be a big delay if you used a channeled ability and waited for Revolution to fire off the next one. And yeah, it looks like my cooldown is still active on my Excalibur, although the debuff is gone. So let me try this Revolution change here. I will go for, I'll go for an asphyxiate and let it fire off my next ability and see how quickly it does that. So usually you can cancel it like right now, and it did actually. It really used it right away. Wow, that surprised me, to be honest. I thought it would be at least a little bit worse. Let's try with Assault. Assault I feel like won't work as well, but maybe. I'm trying to remember exactly when you can cancel. It's like right when it lands, like now. Okay, I think Assault is, well, it stacked it with the other hit. Let me try it now with the Dragon Breath. It's like I would be pressing like now-ish. Yeah, I think that might be exactly the same as if you're manually doing it, but I'm not 100% sure. Because like I want to compare it, I guess. So I'll try. I mean, I think the way you know if you did it right with Assault is like if it stacks with your other hit like that. Like I pressed that button myself, so I'm pretty sure they've made it so it fires it off at exactly the same time as it would manually, or like as you would if you wanted to cancel it. So that is pretty cool, actually, for people who use Revolution. It makes it a little bit nicer. I mean, I still am going to use full manual for high-level PVM, for 4-ticking, and just I'm used to it by now. But I know a lot of people are big Revolution advocates. I used to only use Revolution as well, the Telos and everything. So happy to see that they're, you know, that always just seemed like a weird limitation of it that was unnecessary to exist. So I'm glad that they went ahead and fixed that. One thing that's in here that some people might not even know what it means, but I appreciate, is that it says Dragon Breath will now prioritize your main target before performing the usual AoE. There's times that it'll happen that you're aiming at a target and then there's like several targets between you and the target you're aiming at. This happens a lot in elite dungeons, I would say. And previously, if you would use Dragon Breath and there were too many targets in between you and the one you're actually targeting, it would only hit stuff in between and not your primary target, which was kind of annoying sometimes, just for various reasons. And they've made it so that it will now hit your main target first and then do the rest of the AoE, which I think is a nice little addition there. It says you can also adjust the size of buff and debuff bar icons on desktop, which sounds very nice. That'll be in here then. Icon size. Okay, it's not a slider. It's actually a drop down. Okay, that's honestly large is not as big as I would expect. Like, it's not as big of a difference that I would expect. And I kind of don't like how on large the number goes to the middle of the box, just because I'm so used to it being where it is on the other sizes. But still, that could be nice for people that play on really big screens, or even people who have hard eyesight, or even if you just want it to be clearer and easier to see what your buff and debuff buffs are. So yeah, that's a nice little one there as well. And I think that is everything. Yeah, that seems to be everything from the patch note listed under the combat changes from Mod Pi. I think that there were some other things that he was also working on that I don't see in this section here. I'm really not understanding why the altar isn't resetting my cooldowns. So do please, I guess, enlighten me in the comments as to why that's not working. Sorry for the typing, but I want to try and check on the wiki. It doesn't seem to, well, the wiki page for this is quite sparse. And the store, like the page for War's shop on the wiki, doesn't even have the edition yet. Let me check Reddit really quick. We got some live research happening right here before your very eyes. I really want to, I feel like this is not working unless I'm stupid. Oh yeah, they also reverted the login screen to its previous look, which I thought was kind of strange. I mean, I think the old look is definitely better, but it's not that big of a difference, and they really don't often change things back when they update them. It's pretty weird that they did that, in my opinion, but I guess good. Let's see. Anybody gonna say anything? I mean, I guess I must just be doing it wrong. I don't know. I thought that it was I thought it wasn't working, but kind of disappointed-ish with the altar cooldown. A lot of things are excluded, the likes of Power Burst cooldown and Elven Ritual Shard. Power Burst cooldown, is that not reset by the Adrenaline Crystal? I'm not sure. Excalibur abilities all do work. What am I doing wrong then? I don't understand. Let me try leaving and coming back. I honestly don't know. I logged out. I don't know if I'm being an idiot, but I'm sure people will go ahead and roast me up in the comments. Let's see. Well, I guess all my abilities are off cooldown at this point. Let me try the Excalibur again, since that is supposed to work, but it clearly is not for me. I mean, you can't debate that. I click the altar. Like, it asked me if, let me turn that message off. I should have turned that off so long ago. But yeah, I mean, oh, wait, did it work that time? Oh. Okay, does it not work if you have the change prayer message? Or what was the reasoning that wasn't working? I wonder if that's the case. I don't know why I haven't disabled that before, because I never want to do it. It's just something I got used to. But that's really weird that would be what was causing the issue. I guess it was. Yeah, because my sunshine is back now. What happens if I try to sunshine again? Will the old one go away? Or will the game explode? Will I break RuneScape by doing this? It just stays there. It lets you do two sunshines at once. That's interesting. I guess there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do it. I just, for whatever reason, thought that it might not let you, or like just cancel the other one. But anyways, that's good. Let me know if anybody else has the option on to do the prayer toggling at every altar. Like, does that stop you from resetting them? Because I guess that must be it. I have no other idea what would be the reasoning, unless leaving and coming back really fixed it, which I doubt very much. Other than that, there's also a bunch of fixes in here that Ingenuity of the Humans is no longer triggered by non-ability attacks. That is actually a pretty big one, I would say. That's a very nice change for those of us who do use that. Often, of course, with like Stadius Warhammer and stuff like that, you'll be using the Ingenuity of the Humans sigil in order to make the most of that. So previously, I guess it could be triggered by auto text. Like if I do Ingenuity of the Humans and I use my spells and stuff, it doesn't trigger. And then when I did my Dragon Breath, it went off right there. So that's a very nice one. The fact that it can't be triggered by auto attacks anymore. Let's see, what else was there? The time you can perform an ability after using snipe is now correct. I'm wondering if that means that 3-tick snipe is no longer a thing, which if it is fixed, then that would be, I guess, good. Anything else in here? Crackling perk now triggers on the... Oh, I guess that's actually a really good one as well. A little sneaker in there at the bottom of the fixes. The crackling perk will now trigger on the next attack after its cooldown ends, rather than immediately happening. So no more crackling removal required at Virago, I guess, because you have to attack for it to go off. You don't have to worry about taking your crackling off. As long as you're not attacking Virago, it shouldn't go off, given this this info. So let's see. I mean, I have crackling on, and does it go off on dummies? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be going off. I don't know if there's like a proc chance for the first one, or if it like you need to do a certain amount of damage before it goes off to begin with. I guess that would make sense. So it doesn't go off immediately at the start of every fight. I don't really honestly know how the perks work. I probably should do, but let's see. Maybe when my aftershock's about to go off here any second, so that went off. Either way, that's a very nice change, I would say. You can now more reliably and predict when your crackling's going to go off. Of course, this also will save you from crackling yourself to death at Araxor mirrorbacks or web shields. Very nice in my opinion. Yeah, it has a 1 minute cooldown. So yeah, maybe you have to be in combat for a minute before it goes off. I don't know. But yeah, that is pretty much it, I think. I don't remember anything important being in the UI section aside from them changing the login screen back. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, you guys. Just wanted to go over all that stuff. The mod pie fix is very, very nice. A couple of sneaker ones in there. The Ingenuity of Humans sigil fix and the crackling perk change is very, very nice. And then the loot, the area loot is amazing. And it's nice to have that that cooldown resetter over there. One thing I did see on Reddit, apparently doesn't work for things that people wish it would work for, like the Elven Ritual Shard, Vengeance, and Disruption Shield. So maybe they'll add those in at a later point. But anyways, bit of a longer video because of all that random Googling I was trying to do to try and figure out why the resetting wasn't working for me. I assume it was because of that message that was popping up. But again, let me know if you guys have had a similar experience. And let me know your thoughts about this event. I mean, there's not a whole lot of thoughts to have about it. It's the same as every other event in general. I kind of like the collaboration aspect of the butterflies. That's a pretty cool little tweak they made to it. So that's one thing, I guess, that makes it stand out slightly above the others, but still not a whole huge difference. But yeah, the patch is very, very nice to see. And hopefully we get people logging in back in their accounts next week, and we get those new bosses pretty soon. So looking forward to those. I'll definitely be making several videos on the release day of that, covering the strategies and the loot that I may be able to acquire. So you guys can look forward to those on that release day. Still working diligently on a side project, which once I finish that, I will return to my Hardcore Iron Man series. Probably, I would say, if I was to give an estimate on when I'll be done and back on the Hardcore Iron Man series, sometime this summer, I would hope. That's my goal. So we'll see when that works out to be. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.